Calls to end gender-based violence were amplified as Kenya joined the world in marking the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Female journalists were challenged to shine the spotlight on their plight in the newsrooms as they are often exposed to gender-based violence in the line of duty. Pauline Nasimiyu with details of the start of 16 days of activism against gender-based violence that coincided with the launch of Activate Nairobi, a campaign to fight gender-based violence in the country.
Part of the celebrations to commemorate the day as well as mark the start of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, the International Association of Women in Radio and Television held a sensitization workshop on the safety of female journalists.
We are calling out for women journalists to unite and say no to violence against women and girls. There is no excuse that many media houses need to put in place those mechanisms where if you are harassed, you can be able to report and you can be able to get justice.
During the meeting, it was noted that the lead cause of attacks against female journalists was related to the content they churn out.
Lots of attacks happen because of the work the journalist is doing, the sensitive topics that she is tackling, the investigative reporting she is working in, or the conflict or the disasters area she is sent in. So it is relevant that she wouldn't have been into this position if it's not her job. So she needs that kind of protection.
The forum also noted that whereas journalists are considered gatekeepers, they too can be victims of the same.
You know, the media is in the forefront of covering gender-based violence. It should also turn the mirror on itself and realize that they can easily also fall into the trap of being violated.
In a separate event, gender rights activists were at the University of Nairobi for a roundtable discussion that culminated in the launch of Active Nairobi, a campaign to fight gender-based violence. They championed for inclusivity, the need to amplify diverse voices and create opportunities to empower women.
When women, especially young women, including young women with disability, are actively involved in policy formation and implementation, the resulting strategies are more comprehensive, resilient, and sustainable.
Finally, Bungoma, Kwale, Mombasa, and Kajiado have been identified as the top 4 counties where cases of child labor and exploitation are on the rise. According to the International Labour Organization, cases of child employment and sexual exploitation were most prevalent in agriculture-rich and coastal counties, respectively.
Communities, especially vulnerable households that are sending their children to work early. As you may know, it is illegal to employ an underage child.
The theme for the 16 days of activism is Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls. Pauline Nasimiyu for Legends Edition.